Madam Clerk, could you call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. Quorum is present for the City Council, Successor Agency, Housing Authority, and Joint Powers Authority.
Public comment. Any persons wishing to make public comment that are not in the library lecture hall may call in at 888-251-2949 or 215-861-0694 using this access code, 499-1658 #. Wait 3 seconds and press pound again. Operator, any callers?
Callers, if you wish to speak, please press #2 and your line will be unmuted. There are no speakers.
All right, go to library lecture call. Are there any speakers that wish to make comment on the agenda?
Marvin McCoy, I'm calling, I'm not calling, I'm gonna comment on consent, item number 3, and I had some concerns about it because you're allocating, looks like, about $250,000 for part-time work as needed. Why would you allocate $250,000 just to sit in the account for part-time work as needed? That's like if, Lizzo needed Weight Watchers, but she's not gonna use it in the future, so she put, why would you sit around 250? It's a specialized that it looks like you're padding the books, that's what, and it looks like that. Also, when we're talking about the adoption of this budget, the city should be, there's a lot of fancy word, and I don't know where y'all get that monopoly terms from last week, because y'all add stuff every week. It's so fancy. Every budget presentation, it gets fancy. What's the new term? Profit margin? All you have to do is match the previous items or articles from the Daily Breeze, and you guys been robbing Peter to pay Paul for years. It's not a solid budget because I'm assuming you don't have that money unencumbered, meaning that money's spoken for. It's never gonna move. So this inflated surplus, I call you a bluff. You don't have it. You're just not moving money. You're not spending money. You never had a surplus. Where's the surplus? You don't have a surplus. This money never
Mr.
moves.
McCoy, you might need to get a
Hold
little
on,
closer to the mic.
Sir. Go easy on me. So with that being said, where's the surplus? Because you can't find this money. Show me a balance sheet. Any bank, because you tell two urban girls that she's not qualified. And I agree. Bless her heart. She's not. But I did study profit and loss. I work for 2 Fortune 500 companies. Let me just say this. The city is an idiot to follow your lead on financial leads. Stupid. Look at the police department as it disintegrating in front of your eyes. How many officers do you have to have lead before you realize this guy cannot lead? He talks great in principle. In theory, it sounds great. The housing registration program, parking program. Name me one program that he started and implemented that is successful today. I'll wait.
Thank you. Any other speakers? Okay,
Good afternoon, City Council. I'm Yolanda Davidson. I had a couple of questions. The first question was regarding the Economic and Community Development Department with the $2.5 million to 4 different companies that aren't in Inglewood that are being outsourced. Where is the IBEC located? And if it is located at the Intuit Dome, why is the city putting in $2.5 million to a billionaire company? And also, I have another question about the art woman, Helen Liskett, for $87,000. I don't really see any art here in the city, and I'm trying to figure out, was this up for bid? Why is she continuing to get $100 an hour from the city of Inglewood? There's plenty of art curators here in our city that could enjoy that type of deal with the city, and so those are my questions for today. Thank you.
wait, I missed that first question about the $5 million.
$2.5 million for the IBEC. It doesn't have an address of where this is located. And if it is located at
Number 4.
Intuit Dome,
So you're talking about consent item, calendar item number 4?
yeah, for $2.5 million for Lee Engineering Wood Environmental
Now,
Infrastructure
you are
Solutions.
aware that all those inspectional fees are front-loaded by the developer, and those don't cost the city anything. Are you aware of that?
No, why is it on our budget?
Okay,
if
well,
it's not
now you
costing us
are.
any-
So
Why is
you-
it costing us anything if it's not for us to pay? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, because we're the ones that have to pay it, and it gets front-loaded to us.
Are any engineering companies from Inglewood or the surrounding areas on this contract, or only people from Orange County?
I couldn't understand you, ma'am.
Are any Inglewood engineering companies or any Inglewood people in businesses here in the city, are they involved in this, or only people from Orange County, not from this area, for $2.5 million?
I couldn't make out what you said.
Speaking to the mic.
You're gonna have to speak into the mic, and then maybe I could do it.
Are there any companies from Inglewood, California involved in this IBEC for $2.5 million, excuse me?
I'm,
I will give the phone number to Emily and call.
okay.
Lee Engineering, Wood Environment Infrastructure, the Code Group. Are any of these companies Inglewood-based
Ma'am,
companies?
let me tell you something. If you're asking if any of the firms are Inglewood firms, basically what we do is they go out to RFP, and so the people that have the best bid with the best qualifications, that's what a bidding process does. You don't sit and pick and choose. You have a competitive bidding process.
Like the trash?
Yes, like the trash.
The trash contract was not the best.
Actually, it was the best because the low
It was for
bidder.
your brother.
Ma'am, actually,
It was for your brother.
the low bidder had got the contract in West Hollywood, and then as soon as they got the contract, they gave contributions to the council, and they raised their rates by 50%. And we were aware of that at the time the council voted. And so that you know, I didn't vote on that contract, all right? I abstained. So anyway, thank you very much. Your time is up. Next speaker. All right, with that, we'll close public comment. And we'll go on to warrants and bills. Item 1, CSA 1 and H1.
Warrant register.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
City Council, Successor Agency and Housing Authority members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Chairman Buds.
Aye. Consent calendar. Items 2 through 12.
So moved.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR1.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members adopt a resolution approving and adopting the fiscal year 2022 through 2023 annual budget.
Move adoption.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. DR2.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members adopt the attached resolution establishing the city's tax-supported appropriations limitations for fiscal year 2022 through 2023 as required by the Gain Amendment to the California Constitution.
Move adoption.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye. SPH1.
Staff report requesting that the mayor and council members set a public hearing to receive public comments on the application from B&H Tow Inglewood, Inc. to obtain a permit to provide city referral towing services.
Set the public hearing for October 11th, 2022 at 2 p.m. 01.
Staff report recommending that the mayor and council members introduce the attached salary ordinance for fiscal year 2022 through 2023.
Motion to waive further reading.
Second.
Madam City Clerk.
Council members, Dotson.
Aye.
Padilla.
Aye.
Morales.
Aye.
Fogg.
Aye.
Mayor Buds.
Aye.
We need someone to
I'll
introduce.
introduce.
Padilla introduces.
Thank you.
A1.
In the bargaining group of SEIU, as to that, a status was provided to the city council. And as to the other civilian or non-sworn bargaining groups, no discussion was provided as to that item. And as to A2, there's no reports from the city attorney's office.
CM1.
Thank you, Mayor. There are all reports from the city manager's office.
CC1.
Thank you, Mayor. Real quickly, just wanted to congratulate our Councilwoman Falk, on a wonderful family-oriented event for her health fair this past weekend. We had a wonderful time. It was so good to see the young people out. Congratulations, kudos to yourself and staff for a wonderful event on Saturday.
Thank you,
Yes,
Madam
ma'am.
City
That
Clerk.
concludes my reports.
Thank you. CC2.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending August 31st, 2022.
Receive and file. Successor agencies in session, CSA2.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending August 31st, 2022.
Receive and file. The successor agency is now adjourned. The Housing Authority is in session, H2.
That's the monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending August 31st, 2022.
Receive and file. The Housing Authority is now adjourned. The JPA is in session, JPA 1.
Monthly Treasurers Report for the month ending August 31st, 2022.
Receive and file. The JPA is now adjourned. There are no appointments to boards and commissions. Public comment for matters other than the agenda, 1 minute. Operator, are there any callers?
Callers, if you wish to speak, please press pound and your line will be unmuted. There are no callers.
All right, now we'll go to the library lecture hall. Are there any speakers of the lecture hall? 1 minute.
1 minute, go. Hey, isn't it Inglewood High School in District 1? Why is Dion Falk in District 4 tap dancing where George Dodson has his grand paper shredding events? I was so disturbed. But Dion Falk wasn't brought to the council to bring any substance to the council. He just looked a pretty up. Let me ask a question. Do you guys still support the mayor for re-election even though, because that's a conundrum. I've never understood that black girl magic stuff. Like, you guys know he's a pedophile, sexual pervert, deviant, but you guys sit here every day, every chance you can get and sing his praises. Have you seen the allegations Melanie McDade get? See, this is why I don't respect none of you politicians or none of the candidates running for mayor.
Are there any other speakers?
We need to open City Hall. Thank you.
No other speakers, Mayor.
With that, we'll close public comment. Council comments. Councilman Dotson, District 1.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I had the pleasure of going to the community event that Intuit Dome gave for the good of the neighborhood and planning event. It was very, very good. The picture on the wall is when I went to Councilman Padilla's event. It was really well done. You had a lot of people come out, and you should be very proud of what you were able to do. And those people who received this know that a lot of work went into it. Councilman Falk, I really enjoyed the time I spent at your affair. You always seem to get to the point where everybody started dancing, and that was very exciting to see the people get out there and do their little dance. So congratulations, and I know you were very successful with the vaccinations and stuff. So it was a good event for the good purpose. So thank you so much. With that, Mr. Mayor, I will move.
Council Padilla, District 2.
Great. Sorry. Thank you, Mayor. A couple of quick things. Number one, I want to thank the community. Truly, you guys came out in force on Saturday morning to support our food, our canned food drive. It was a huge success, and that's only because of the community that understands that there's a need that needed to be filled, and they met that need. They met that challenge. And so I want to thank the rest of my colleagues that came out to support this event. But truly, I want to thank our community, because none of the stuff that we do would be possible if it wasn't for the community support that we have day in and day out. So special thank you to the La Tijera Village Welcome Wagon, the community right there that came out. They volunteered to help gather everything together. And then I want to thank the volunteers from the LAX Food Pantry. They were there to help us load it and deliver it to their facility, which is right here on Beach Boulevard on Beach in District Number 2. So again, it was a great event, and we're going to do another one when I do my canned food drive and the Christmas toy collection in December. So start saving for that one as well. I want to just take real quick on a personal note, just thank, I'm so blessed to have been married 39 years. So I want to thank my lovely wife, Stella, for putting up with me. We celebrated our anniversary, so thank you, sweetheart. And then, Mayor, if you would do me a huge favor, we all love Chris Jackson, and, unfortunately, his sister, his older sister passed away just a few days ago. So if you would do me
We're not doing you a favor.
please
We're the
do us
council's
the
gonna
honor,
this.
do us the honor of closing.
Okay.
Let me finish. Do us the honor of closing in her memory. Michelle Lynn Leary, may you rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Councilwoman Falk, District 4.
Thank you so much, Mayor. I too want to, excuse me, express my sincere condolences to Chris Jackson and his family for the loss of his sister. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. So I want to just take a few minutes to thank everyone so much for supporting our Fall 2022 Family Health Fest that happened on Saturday. I want to thank our mayor, our city council members, city clerk for coming out, our city manager, and our legal for a lot of behind the scenes extra work that we put in. I also want to thank Sabrina Barnes, our Director of Parks and Recs, for she has such an amazing team. She's amazing and she has an amazing team. So, and then everybody else, so many, Angela in Public Works, and just so many other people that helped bring this event together. What we did was we got our community vaccinated, we got them boosted, we provided health screenings, and it was a great opportunity to provide those services for people in our community who don't have health care. And so that's very important. I feel strongly about it, and I'm just so thankful that I had this opportunity. Special shout out and thank you to KJLH and Ade Lamar for all the support of keeping the event moving and keeping it exciting. And you're right, Councilman, I do always end in a dance. I like to dance. I'm a happy person. At least I try to be. So thank you so much for everybody for coming out. And I want to especially thank my partner in crime, Eloy Morales, and his wife. We got boosted. I don't know if we have a picture up, but we took a picture of our shots together. So thank you so much, Eloy, for all your support.
Got it.
Couple other things. I do want to acknowledge the support that I had on September 13th. I had a meeting out at Yukon 118th, right by the 105 freeway. And we brought out all of our jurisdictional partners, Hawthorne, LA County, Public Works, CHP, because we have had reports of break-ins and damage, criminal activity to our residents in that area. And so we all met out there on the 13th, and I just want to thank them. We are moving forward with putting together a good plan to assist those homeowners in that area in District 4 that are having a lot of challenges right there by the 105 underpass. I especially want to thank our city manager and our director, Lewis Atwell, for all of their hard work coming out there and helping me come up with a plan to help resolve that situation at Yukon and 118th Street. So that's all I have. Thank you so much, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman Morales, District
Thank
3.
you. And Mayor, I know you're gonna cover, Chris's sister and closing the meeting, but I do want to point out, Brother Chris, every time it's like we live with each other, right? All of us up here, all of you down there, and we just see each other in passing. And, sometimes these moments happen where, the family, we all go through this. And it's just nice to know. I know when my dad passed, it was so nice to know that you guys were all with me. And so we're all with you, brother, always. You know that. Moving on to a busy Saturday, it was amazing. So we were out with Dion over at her event, getting vaccinated, and I'll tell you, you start to really think it is fun. We have a good time with it. We get our shots, everything else. But the truth of the matter is that health in communities like ours starts with access to health care, and so many of us don't have it. Right? When you grow up, you start to realize when folks work in some of the industries that they work in, they don't have health insurance. And so to have these opportunities, it's amazing. So I congratulate you on doing that. I hope we consistently have a stream of that type of healthcare access here in the city of Inglewood. So that being said, it was a long Saturday. I stopped by Alex's event that morning. I have to tell you, it's amazing the use of that community center, how you do it, because it's a consistent stream of folks. But I'll tell you that again, when you're collecting the things you're going to take over and everything else, it's amazing how something so small is so impactful, and that you've given us the opportunity to do that. So that was a big deal. Thank you. And then, of course, I stopped by the Clippers event. I don't know if there's a picture of there, but whenever we bring in a big partner, for some reason they're always getting beat up. And no matter what we say of how good the opportunity is for the city, how positive the impact, of course there are things that we adjust. This is what partners do. But to have one like that is consistent in making the community feel welcome, because it's been a consistent run, I would say, for the Clippers. It's amazing, and we should be grateful. That being said, let me see, did I cover all of the event? Oh, and I want to give a shout out to one of my residents, Jose Palomares, who has a soccer league here in the city of Inglewood. I went to their award ceremony on Saturday, and there was a good, I would say, 200 folks there at Vincent Park. And I'm always amazed when there's such a large group that continuously joins the same league over and over. That's really commendable to the folks that do it, because it means it's well run and they're very trusted with folks' children. So congratulations to them. That's all I got today, man. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, before you go, can I say one thing?
No, yes, you can.
I want to send my condolence to Chris Jackson. I'm so sorry for your sister, the loss of your sister, and I will be praying for you and your family. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. I wanted to pick up on something that Councilman Morales talked about. He talked about partners in the city. You know that Thrifty Oil used to own a gas station right where Community Center is right now. And over 10 years ago, we cut a deal with them for them to spend the money to rehabilitate that structure in exchange for being able to put up a digital billboard of which the city draws revenues as well. One of the things that's been consistent about this council is that we've consistently engaged in partnerships with entities that would land someplace, but instead they land in Inglewood, and it benefits our residents. And so, the Clippers, they don't even have an arena yet, and they're heavily involved in providing for the community. I have to give it to Alex. He makes good use of that center. There's something there, it seems like, every month. And Dion, I'll tell you, that was a great event that you had for health. I was already boosted, so I didn't need to get a shot. But what I did enjoy the most was that we played dominoes. I haven't played dominoes since I was who knows how old. There's a lot of good things, just a lot of good things happening in town. And Chris, the reason I started to interrupt Alex, because it's not a favor to him. You know, when you work in a family like you do in a city, especially when you work with a person like me, I'm a hard guy sometimes. I'm very demanding. However, you need to know that you are part of the family, and your sister was way too young. And we'll close in the name of Michelle Lynn Leary. We're adjourned.